Even there, I think there's real questions because, for example, you may remember that Reagan exaggerated the readiness of the Strategic Defense Initiative missile defense program rather than hiding it. So it's not obvious that they would even hide it if they had some drones or whatnot. It might be something that they would flaunt. So I think we still have a lot of questions, but we know that, as you said, the issue is, I think, taken on a new dimension now that we know that so many more people have come forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And I always respect the work you do because you don't come at it as a believer or a skeptic. And even you're mentioning that you don't really know what's going on, but you can report that 30 more whistleblowers have come forward. And I also think it's interesting what you're saying about the semantics, because while he put out that statement, it still left room that there actually is an investigation going on, which is an important thing to highlight. There was another thing that stood out to me in your reporting. 30 to 50 government employees or contractors have gone to the DOD, all Anomaly Resolution Office. That's the office that investigates UFOs. So are those even more people that have come forward separate from the whistleblowers?
That I do not know. We felt pretty confident. We had so many people giving us different estimates. And we also, by the way, did speak to whistleblowers themselves, additional whistleblowers, including people with firsthand knowledge of these programs. And that is different. So we feel very confident in the number. We don't know who's going to what agency. We don't know if they're going to DOD or ICIG. But, I also, as you mentioned, I quoted in the piece Mick West, who's, I think, maybe one of the most famous UFO skeptics in America. Agree or disagree with him, he says, let's have more disclosure. And that's always, as someone that's relatively new to this issue, I'm struck that the two camps that seem to disagree about what the phenomenon is, and I'm agnostic, as you mentioned, they both want to see greater disclosure and more transparency. Yeah. And I thought that the piece needed to emphasize that if you think there's nothing there, then you should be the biggest advocate of greater disclosure and transparency, because all of the secrecy contributes to people coming up with some pretty wild conspiracy theories that may or may not be true. But if you want to get rid of that kind of thing, then just be more transparent.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm with you. I mean, I'm in the same boat as you, pretty relatively new to covering the issue. And it is interesting to me, too, that the skeptics don't necessarily say that the whistleblowers are lying. So it's very interesting. And you saw those videos we were just playing. We didn't get to it, but Customs and Border Protection didn't really publicize it, but put out this new report over the last couple of days, releasing videos that they have of things that they cannot identify in the sky. So clearly there's something going on here, whether you believe it, whether you don't believe it's UFOs, there's something out there. Michael Schellenberger, amazing new report. We really appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thanks for having me, Brian.
Okay, still to come, more fuel for...
Isaac! Isaac! What the f***? Bro! Isaac! He's gone? Bro, what is that? Look at, you can see right through it. It's not a drone or anything.